Hi guys, it's Iman Gaddy, and I have such an important topic to talk to you about. And it is that if your heart is not in it, then you need to get out of it. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if you feel that you are doing things that you don't feel passionate about. Maybe you don't love your job. Maybe you don't love some projects you're working on, or you keep saying yes to things that you don't really like and that you don't want to do. You may be surrounding yourself with people that don't honor your journey and don't support you and your vision. Whatever it is, I really hope that if your heart isn't in it, that you can take yourself out of it and really sort of rewire your life to be one that you live with purpose and one that really feeds into the things that you love to do, because this is your life, right? It's short and it's fleeting and it's beautiful, and it's we don't know how long we have, and we don't know when it's our turn. And so all we can do is live here with as much purpose and heart and passion as possible. And I truly believe that you aren't serving anyone if you are doing things where you're not passionate about them, and that you're not, putting your heart into them, if you're not really feeling alive in that space. Now, some of you may be thinking, like, oh, easy for her to say. Maybe you feel like you have to work at a certain job even though you don't like it because of the obligations you have to your family and your bills and your finances. I totally understand. I completely hear you. Now, the thing is, if you're going to go to that job that serves all of these other things and you feel obligated to be part of that, then perhaps you can change the way you think of that job, and maybe you can get some of your heart to be put into it. If your job is serving you in a way that pays for your hobbies and puts a roof over your head and food in the bellies of your family, then perhaps you can bring more gratitude and appreciation to that great job that's doing all of these wonderful things of service to your life. You know, if it's difficult for you to show up an authentic way and to put yourself in those positions of like relationships, friendships, jobs, and you just don't feel fed by those things, then I really encourage you to take yourself out of them. If you have a group of friends that's not supportive to you, then why would you call them friends? Those aren't friends, right? Because the very definition of a friend to me would be someone who supports me. And, the great thing about that is that you get to decide what the definition is to you. So you get to say what works for you and what doesn't. And I really, really, really want everyone to take back their power, because we live in this place now, in this world where I see a lot of people who living, in a powerless way, and they're not taking charge of the things that they can. And I know a lot of things are out of our hands. We know we can't control so many things in our lives, but that's why it's even more important to control the things we do have power over, right? To really make conscious choices about certain things. And you do get to choose where you work, and you do get to choose who you spend your time with. So those are some ways that I believe that we can consciously make an effort to, do things that serve us and that make our hearts feel happy and full. So if your heart isn't in something and you're living right now in a way that is not in alignment with who you really are, then I hope that you'll find the courage and the strength to change it, to do something about it, because this is your one chance. This is your one life, and there's nothing more beautiful and more purposeful than a human being living in happiness. That happiness goes so much further than your obligation ever will. And if you think that you're serving people by doing things because you think they want you to do them, you're not. You're not, because the people who really love you and the people who really care about you want you to be happy, even if it's not their version of happiness. That's called acceptance, right? That's called respect. That's called love, unconditional love. To live and witness someone else living in a way that is so true and natural and beautiful for them, and to understand that it has nothing to do with us. That's unconditional love to me. So I hope that you can offer that up. If you are someone that maybe you put your judgments on other people, I hope that you can listen to this and sort of wonder next time if maybe you could just enjoy someone else for who they are and just encourage them to do the things that make their hearts happy. And if you're the kind of person that's living in a life that doesn't feel in alignment with who you really are inside, and you feel afraid because you don't want your parents to judge you and you don't want your family to say things about you or judge you, then I hope that you can find the courage and the strength to truly get in alignment with your purpose and who you are and the things you love, and to have the courage to either put your heart wholly in something or remove yourself from it. So I hope this message has hit home for you, and I hope it's been of use, and I hope it gives you something to think about. It's not easy to make these changes, and I don't want to give that impression that I think it's just easy to live a life in full alignment and always do the things that our heart tells us. Of course it isn't, but I really do hope that you understand the importance of you being happy and of you having your voice and of you being in alignment and of you living your purpose, because that is how you can be the most useful and the most beautiful and abundant and purposeful on this planet, is when you line up with exactly who you are. So I hope this message has served you in some way. I wish you the best, and I hope that you can put your heart wholly into your life. Mwah! See you next time.